Hello everyone. We have done the best recreation we can possibly do, but it is my 1 year ALS anniversary. That is insane to me how it's been 1 year. It's so we're doing like a side-by-side video thing because it's been 1 year. Like, we've changed so much in 1 year. I grew facial hair actually. So yeah, we've changed so much in 1 year, and it's weird to me looking back on the first video we ever done just on ALS in itself, and how were we feeling, and what was just basically going on at that time. Hello everyone. So this video isn't like a upbeat or any video of that kind, but today what everyone has really been dreading is ALS. I got diagnosed with ALS, basically Lundgren's disease. It's basically a disease that affects your motor neurons, making you become severely weak over time. I had basically all the symptoms. I was getting weak within months. I lost % of my breathing. I lost a lot of my speech and everything. And so we went to the doctors like a couple of days ago, or this morning, and said I was diagnosed with Lundgren's disease, or ALS. I'm genuinely shocked. Like, at the same time, it feels surreal, and at the same time I feel like, oh my god, like, I can't believe I got diagnosed with ALS. It's something no one ever wants to experience in their lifetime. But yeah, I got diagnosed with ALS. We're just going to see how the journey goes. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye! Like, again, it's just so weird to me and so baffling to me to even just see us 1 year ago casually sitting in front of that camera, now that we look so freaking old, apparently. So yeah, it's, in the gist of things, it is my 1 year ALS anniversary. ALS is just basically a disorder which eventually takes your ability to breathe, walk, talk, eat, do everything. So before this disease took over my body, I have maybe some sort of a timeline of my body strength. So when I was injured in 2021 September, spinal cord injury C3, I was approximately, I believe, 14% body strength. I believe what I remembered, I had 10 head and 4 arms, which is so weird to be saying and to be thinking about. So I was 14% body strength, and then maybe 2 years into my injury, around in the year 2023, either the late months of 2023 or the early months of 2024, I started uploading videos periodically about a weird weakness I was having. Like, oh, I thought it was my spinal muscular atrophy or my spinal cord injury affecting me. Like, oh, I'm almost like, maybe at the time, barely 2 years to 3 years into my SCI at the time. So I was like, okay, that's just affecting me. And then my wife got injured. She became a quadriplegic, almost the same level as me, but thankfully turned out with way more function than me. Like, again, every SCI is different. So it was after that time that, my wife was a quadriplegic. She was recovering during Emmie's injury. I had started noticing that I was getting progressively more weak. My voice sounded different, like way more slurry. Not like the normal voice that you'll hear in that video, but yeah, it just started to sound 10 times more slurry. And I don't know what's going on with my lungs. And I was like, okay, like, what if it's ALS? Because I've had ALS before. But I started to experience more symptoms of ALS that I knew were, like, almost telltale every single symptom. So, me and Matthew went to the doctors, and on May 27th of 2024, I got diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. My body percent at this time was now 8.5, because Earlier months before that, I had lost breathing and I had lost body percentage, like strength. I went from 4 arms to 3.5, and I went from 10 head to 5 head. So that was my beginning stats. I was 5 head, 3.5 arms, and 10% breathing. And it's just rude to me saying no stats, because anybody would see that and say, "Oh my God, you're so weak." But I thought, but now looking back a year later of Emmie sclerosis, I look at that and I'm like, damn, like I was really that strong. Like, it's weird to think about and weird to look back on. And the reason why I mentioned my wife being a quadriplegic is just simply because I was a quadriplegic, she was a quadriplegic, but she wasn't losing anything. I wasn't losing head, or I wasn't losing breathing. Sure, I lost maybe some breathing. I was from 70 to 65, but because that's a natural duration. The swelling had gone down. They had really evaluated my lung function then. So I had gone down. But ever since then, no, I have not lost head. 20 head and 9 arms. So, and that's been my strength for literally probably over a year now. So I'm fine. And my wife has been doing good. So now that I am 1 year into ALS, and I'm not quite 1 year into my medication yet, so that medication was really, really big for me because, well, it slows down the progression. So I have what is known as sporadic ALS, which is not inherited from your family. It comes out of nowhere. The other type is familial. I can't say that well, but it's like, well, you just inherit from your family. Like, your family has past genes of ALS that cause ALS. That type is way more rare than sporadic. Sporadic happens 90% of the time. The family one happens only 10% of the time. So that medication is really important for me, and it has helped tremendously, because if I wouldn't have taken that medication, I would have been fast ALS real quick. So at my rate of slow ALS, or the rate of my ALS, I lose 0.1% of arms per month that I live with ALS. And I've been living with ALS for approximately 12 months. So I've lost 1.2% of my arms, which now I'm 2.3 arms. That's actually the slowest thing that is going away from me besides breathing. And then my head, every single 3 months I live with ALS, I lose 1% of head. So it takes more longer, but it dips a lot of the body besides 0.1. So I've lived with ALS for 12 months, so that's approximately about 4 times that I can lose the head. So now I'm only 1 head, because I only had 5 heads. Which basically means I need a permanent head strap in the car. My head and my neck muscles physically cannot sustain a bumpy car ride. Breathing is really, really, really vital for us people with ALS, and able-bodied in general. My breathing during and after my SCI was really, really, really bad. Breathing, the minute I was in that coma for 8 months, my breathing was 0 to 1. And then December of 2022, 1 year after my coma plus, I was able to get off the ventilator and the diaphragmatic pacemaker that I was on. 2 whole years, 24 months without a ventilator. Until December 8th, ALS had caught up with me and I needed a ventilator of 2024. You probably have not noticed it yet, but I do have a ventilator, or a vent. So with ALS and the progression of mine and the lung percent I do have, my doctor decided it would be best to give me a ventilator now 3 months before the actual time of getting a ventilator. That's just been my journey, and the vent was really going to be a possibility for me sooner or later. So, but we just weren't expecting the ventilator that quickly. That was the thing. I have 8 breathing now, because every 5 months I live with ALS, I lose 1% of breathing. Thankfully, that goes away a lot slower than all the other things. So I'm 12 months in, I've only lost 2, but I'm 3 months away from losing my 3rd%. And honestly, it's weird doing the redo of the video. I don't think it's as great as we wanted it to be, is to 1 year of ALS. This is the recreation video, and how we feel is just honestly, it's crazy. I don't have any other words. It's just crazy. It's crazy how fast time is gone, but also felt super slow at the same time. That's how we feel. So thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.